how I gained 273% of my account since December 2019. So I've only taken 26 trades while trying to fit into my busy schedule, and most importantly, the key to grow your account is mostly about avoiding bad conditions. So do check out the rest of the video to find out how do you trade with Binbot Pro to increase your winning rate. Hey guys, if you guys are interested in making money from trading, either from home or even your mobile phones, make sure to subscribe for more video updates regarding this business. And follow my Facebook page, as I will include more trade demonstration via Facebook for a quicker update for my subscribers. Alright? Basically, this video is about the Binbot Pro trading software that I actually use to trade in binary options. It is important for everybody to know that Binbot Pro actually trades a 7-minute options, and knowing the 7-minute options, not every single market structure or even market conditions is ideal to trade a 7-minute reversal or even a breakout. So we have to actually wait for a good condition to actually use this robot if we want to see a long-term success. For subscribers that already have access to my PDF guide, this video is also a quick announcement on there is a new changes to the method, in particular regarding the moving average cross and also the relative strength index. So, and what I should do when the moving average cross happen at around the same time as the relative strength index outside channel. So if you guys are new, don't worry, the Binbot Pro settings, chart settings, and also the list of what to avoid is included in my PDF guide. If you guys are interested in getting access to my guide, please drop me an email at the email you see on your screen, or you can even chat me up on Facebook. So do enjoy the next segment of the video as I demonstrate a couple of a recent Binbot Pro trade that I did, and also a few examples on the latest changes for the PDF guide V6.7. Alright, so do enjoy the rest of the video. Alright guys, so we have an alert for Euro USD for the RSI outside channel, and right now the ATR level is actually below purple. So however, I'm actually going to take this trade just as a material for the tutorial sake, and I do test the Euro USD below purple level if it's above 0.00005 sometimes. So let me check the trade. Alright, so now the RSI is outside the channel. I will be using settings D, Euro USD settings D. So the important thing to actually note right now is the most recent moving average cross happened at about let's see, about near 20 minutes ago. So we can actually try to use Euro USD settings D, and you might actually notice the ATR level for Gbp USD is rather choppy right now. Hold on, I actually have a open trade right now at 6:39. Let me turn off the robot. Always remember to turn off the robot after one trade. A put trade at 6:39. Alright, so if you guys look at the ATR behavior for Gbp USD, it is actually quite choppy in a sense. It's very zigzaggy. Euro USD is quite zigzag as well. However, I noticed that whenever a ATR level is zigzaggy for Gbp USD, it usually performs really bad. So I would avoid taking any trade if I see a ATR for Gbp USD that behaves in such a manner. Alright, so while we wait for the Euro USD trade to expire, let me try to explain a little bit more. And the Gbp USD alert just came out for just maybe about 30 seconds ago. You can see the RSI is going below the 25 level for Gbp USD, and also the moving average actually crossed at the same time. So in the previous V6.6 guide, I would actually avoid this trade. However, in the most updated version, which is the V6.7, in situations like this where the moving average cross happen at the same time where the RSI goes outside the channel, I would actually use settings O to actually trade regardless of the ATR level. So if you guys look at the ATR level for this current example, ATR level is below
the purple level and also pairing with a choppy ATR, we should actually avoid this trade. So however, if the GBP USD ATR level is above rate, we can actually take the trade using settings O. So in in previous situation, we would have actually activated settings D for this particular example for GBP USD, but in the updated version, we will be using settings O in this particular situation. All right, so do note that I write avoid this trade for MA cross and RSI outside channel, but the true reason is because the ATR is very choppy and also it goes below the purple level. So otherwise, if it's not choppy and also is not below the purple, or for GBP USD, if it's not below red, we can actually activate settings O instead. All right, so at the moment, the Euro USD trade that was executed by the Binbot Pro trading software is a very deep in the money, so it's looking pretty good. We actually chose settings D for Euro USD. Okay, we can actually see 639 put expire at 646, so in about 2 minutes the trade will expire. Okay, alright guys, so we're back. This is the expired result for the Euro USD put trade, and my balance stands at $1,036. You can see the Euro USD chart is a nice deep in the money, so this is a good trade executed by the Binbot Pro trading software. So of course, do note that we actually have to wait at the suitable time before we actually turn on the robot for one trade at a time. So do not actually turn on the robot for multiple trades at a time. This usually doesn't work in the long run. It might work for like maybe 1 or 2 times, but most of the time it will actually decline really quickly. So we can see on the vertical line here that I'm going to do, this is actually when I actually turn on the robot at about 6:38, and the trade will usually execute itself at the next minute, which is 6:39. Alright, so let's see, there's an alert in GBP USD, and you can see GBP USD has a huge spike in ATR. Usually Binbot Pro doesn't really work very well in such a situation. We should avoid that as well. Alright, so the 2 vertical lines that I draw in the Euro USD chart is pretty much the 10th minute that I usually judge the behavior of the ATR. So you can see on the choppy ATR on GBP USD, this is pretty much something that I definitely would not actually trade Binbot Pro in such a situation, even though the RSI goes out of the channel. Alright, so we can see that the Euro USD, the 10th minute 2 vertical lines that I draw is within the past 10 minutes. This is how I judge the ATR behavior. So within the past 10 minutes, at the moment of robot activation, the ATR peak it's not really beating the previous high, so it's forming like a V shape. So whenever I see a V shape within a past 10 minutes, I would actually use settings D in this particular situation. So in order to actually judge a ATR increase, it should be increasing like quite obvious, even though for your own observation within the past 10 minutes the ATR has to be increasing, else we would use settings D instead. Okay, alright guys, so now we have an alert for GBP USD. The RSI is about to go outside the channel, and the most recent moving average cross is roughly about 20 minutes ago. At the red circle, we can actually see on the chart right here. So right now it's 8:42:30 seconds. We'll wait for 8:43 0 seconds, and if the RSI still maintains outside the 75-25 channel, we can actually take a trade. And right now the ATR is clearly decreasing. We will actually use settings D for this particular trade. So we can see obviously in the past 10 minutes the ATR has been decreasing. Okay, so in about 2 seconds. Alright, so the RSI does stay outside the channel a little bit, so I've actually just activated the settings D for the trade. Let's wait for a trade to be placed. Alright guys, so we have a put trade at 8:43 open with a $103 trading size, so we will turn off the robot since a trade has already been taken. Alright guys, so let me put a downward arrow at about 8:43. Okay, so right here, so pretty much this demonstration is it's about taking the first RSI outside channel. Alright guys, so we're back and we actually won this put trade at 8:43, and right now my balance stands at $1,100. And we can see based on the chart, it's a nice downward movement from Gbp USD. Okay, so this is another example of a first RSI outside channel after the most recent moving average cross. So and the most recent moving average cross, there's actually a RSI happening at the same time. I could have activated settings O at that time, but I wasn't at my desk at the moment. Okay. Alright guys, so we have an alert for Euro USD RSI outside channel. In fact, Gbp USD is also going outside the channel. However, for this trade, I'll be focusing on the Euro USD pair. So as you can see, the MA moving average is crossing at about 2 to 3 minutes before the RSI cross. So in this trade, I actually would like to test that if the moving average cross happened within the past 5 minutes, and what happens if the RSI goes outside the channel. So I would actually use the same as if the moving average and the RSI outside channel is happening at the same time, so which is we are going to use settings O instead of settings D. So right now is 7:01, the RSI is clearly outside the channel, so let me turn on the Euro USD settings O instead of settings D. So as you can see, the ATR for Euro USD is below the purple, however it's still above 0.00005, and it's decreasing. Usually we would use settings D, but in this case we are going to test by using a settings O. So as for Gbp USD, because the ATR level is still below purple, I will not actually execute a trade. And right now we have a put trade open for Euro USD settings O. Let me turn off the robot and put a downward arrow right here. So it's about at 7:01, the put trade was executed, and let's wait for the trade to expire. So as I was mentioning, Gbp USD ATR level is below purple. Usually Gbp USD below purple ATR has a very poor win rate, so I would not bother trading Gbp USD if it's below purple. Ideally Gbp USD would be tradable if it is above red level. So as for Euro USD, it's a little bit more stable than Gbp USD, so as such, even above 0.00005, I would actually try to take maybe one trade to see how it goes. Alright, so right now the Euro USD chart is clearly moving downwards, and you can see the most recent moving average is about 2 to 3 minutes before the RSI outside channel happened. Alright guys, so we got a result. So right now my balance stands at $1,264, and we can see the price clearly has a downward trend, and it is a very good put trade executed by the Binbot Pro trading software. This is something that you can actually try. I think it works pretty well. I actually test this theory in my other smaller account, smaller test account instead of my major account. This is my major account. It actually works pretty well, so I was thinking that I should record one trade execution with this main account using this theory. So in short, if the moving average cross happened at the same time as the RSI outside channel, we should actually execute settings O regardless of the ATR level. And also, not only if the moving average cross happened at the same time as the RSI outside channel, if it actually happened within the past 5 minutes and the RSI cross outside the channel, we should actually use settings to O regardless of the ATR behavior. Alright, and this is provided the ATR is above 0.00005 for Euro USD and above red for Gbp USD. Of course, I would prefer above purple level for ATR Euro USD, but however, if it's above 0.00005, I would try one trade, and if it works out, I might try another. but if it doesn't work out, I will actually stop the trade and wait for an ideal ATR. Alright guys, that's pretty much it for this episode. I hope you guys benefit from this in-depth tutorial, especially on the situation where the moving average crosses at the same time as the RSI outside channel. So do feel free to send me any questions if you have any via my email, and also if you guys are interested in gaining access to my Binbot Pro method, the current guide will be PDF v6.7. so if you guys are interested in getting access to the guide, please contact me via Facebook or also the email that you see on your screen right now. And also, if you guys want to know more about what else to actually avoid on the trading chart, especially if you're a current Binbot Pro user, please check out this video and you guys will actually learn more about unfavorable conditions within the daily markets when you can't use the Binbot Pro trading software. Okay, so hope this video helps. Do remember to like the video and subscribe if you find this video helpful. And till next time guys, cheers.